Hi, I'm Brian. Welcome back to another On the Road video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Stop! Before beginning any repair, always be sure to disconnect the power to the appliance. It is also recommended to test the outlet for proper voltage. Remember to also turn off the water. Okay, today we're looking at a Maytag Bravo's top-load washer, and the complaint is it left water in the basket and it did not complete the cycle. So we got it unplugged right now. If we go ahead and plug this in, and what happens if you cancel a cycle out with water still in there, the unit will drain the water out of the tub and then stop. And you can't hear this one unless you put, it's really hard to hear this one. If you put your ear up real close to put it on the cabinet there, you can actually hear. And what happens if you cancel a cycle out with water still in there, the unit will drain the water out of the tub and then stop. And you can't hear this one unless you put, it's really hard to hear this one. If you put your ear up against the cabinet, you can actually hear a slight humming. So that's going to be our drain pump trying to drain this water out, but it's obviously not able to, and it's just humming instead of draining the water out like it's supposed to. So what we'll do is we need to tip this back and take a look at our drain pump. It could be clogged, it could be broken, number of things that could be happening here. So we'll unplug it, tip it back, and check it out. The tools needed for this repair are a Phillips screwdriver, a 5/16 nut driver, a pair of hose pinch-off pliers, and a pair of hose clamp pliers. All right, so here's our drain pump. We're gonna need to take this off and inspect it, see if something's clogging it up or if we have a faulty drain pump. So what we need to do is either get the water out of the tub so that we can take the hose off and not get soaked, or I have a pair of hose pinch-off pliers here that I'm gonna use to keep the water inside the tub. So we're gonna do that. And then these are hose clamp here. We have a pair of hose clamp pliers we're gonna use to take these off. We got that one, and then we got the one in the back here. Next, we can take off our wire harness here. We're just going to push in on this tab to release it, pull it off. All right, so there are 3 5/16 bolts that hold this drain pump onto the bottom of the tub here. Alright, now our drain pump will come down a little bit here, and we're going to take our hoses off. Still going to be a little water left in here. Use a towel to catch the water. I'm just going to pull it out of the hose in the back there. All right, so there doesn't look to be anything in the hoses clogging anything up here. And if we take a look inside the drain pump, there's really nothing I can visually see in there either, but moving the impeller in here with my finger is, it catches in one spot and it's really tough to turn. So the impeller's bound up one way or another from something being in there that I can't see, or just faulty bearing on the impeller on the drain pump there. So we'll take off this cover here. We can get to the impeller better and inspect it. All right, so before we deem this as needing a new drain pump, we'll get inside of here and see if there's anything we can clear out, since we can't do it with this cover on. There's going to be 4 Phillips screws around here. Okay, now we should be able to separate this. This little bracket will come off, and then that will come apart like that. So there's nothing inside of here, and so we're down to our impeller here. You can see this should churn pretty freely, and you can kind of hear it's like sandy, gritty. Something in there is binding the impeller up. I don't believe we can take this impeller out of this drain pump. I don't think we can take this apart any further. So at this point, we can't really get in there or get underneath there to clear whatever got in there out. Or you know, it might not be anything in there. It could just be a bad bearing also. So at this point, it's going to be a bad drain pump. We'll need to install a new drain pump. All right, we got the new drain pump here, and probably the easiest thing to do is going to be to install this back hose onto our port first. So we'll get that in there. And the port has a little plastic notch out, and the hose has a little tab, and the hose has a little notch out, so it needs to line up so that the hose is positioned right. All right, next we'll go ahead and remount it. Get that all lined up. And we can reinstall our wire harness. And then the last thing we gotta do is reinstall our hose. All right, so now we can go ahead and run this through a test cycle and make sure nothing's leaking. You can definitely hear the drain pump running now, and water's flowing out like it should. All right, we checked for water leaks, make sure nothing was leaking out of the hose connections we redid, and that will complete your repair. Thank you for watching another quality video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.